the discussion that we should, again, peel this back to where the legislature has to approve spending these funds. It's my understanding that that is one of the reasons that they're not viewed as a true reserve account, is because they're not going to issue bonds on the idea that the legislature is going to have to take some sort of action as a whole to access those funds. So it's not truly a reserve account. And I guess what I want you to say is, based on what you know and the research you've done with these bonding rating authorities, and maybe Senator Rayford wants to comment on it, is would a fund that requires legislative action by both the House and the Senate as a whole be viewed the same way by raters as one that is put into this long-term reserve account?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So, given what I know and given the conversations that we've had, you know, the discussion has been having a reserve fund and having a mechanism to access the reserve fund, and it just seems like if you know, if your mechanism is to have to come back and have legislative approval, legislative session, then you really don't have a mechanism already written into the law. You really, in some ways, you might just have a fund balance that then requires future legislative action. So I guess the answer is I don't know specifically, but just based on what I've read, you know, it does appear an important part of that is having a mechanism, either a statutory mechanism or a constitutional mechanism that allows access in some way when you need those funds. I know that right now, I think the ratings agencies, they note that we have various fund balances, but they also have noted that we don't have a long-term reserve. And so, you know, just I think the act of moving these funds into a long-term reserve that has a mechanism in our conversations with them has been something that would have a benefit to the
So based on the conversations that you've had, they would not view something that required legislative to convene and take action the same as they would something in the long-term reserve account when they assess it?
The things that I've read indicate that you want to have the account, and you also want to have a clearly defined mechanism for accessing that account. And so to me that implies that you have that in the law in a way that when you need it, you can access those funds throughout the year.
Okay.
All right. Representative Henry, do you have a question, or do you want to be in the debate before it again?